Right. Hi, everyone. I'm Jen, and I'm with Spotlight XYZ. Welcome. We have joined forces today with Climate Cardinals for this workshop. Spotlight XYZ is a social giving and advocacy platform. As you join, please download Spotlight and create a quick profile. The link is here in the chat. And once you have a profile, please drop your name in the chat and we'll sponsor that first dollar. On the app's homepage, once you get through that, tap the Climate Cardinals sticker, click donate, check out with Giving Wallet, and then confirm the donation to add to your sticker wall. And that becomes that visual representation of that call to action that you took. No credit card is required. And now you've essentially set up your own nano-nonprofit to support the causes that you care about. We will give you this dollar to donate, and you can donate that back to Climate Cardinals. We want to welcome everyone to our workshop. Today's session will be approximately 40 minutes long. Please be sure to follow everyone on social media. All links are in the chat: Climate Cardinals IG, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then the Spotlight IG and LinkedIn.
So let me take a minute to introduce you to our team here today. My name is Anamika Nangia, and I'm a Deputy Director within the Partnerships team at Climate Cardinals, based in the UK myself. Having completed my bachelor's in economics and master's in international relations and global governance, with my dissertation focusing on the different governmental responses in more developed and less developed countries in the world, I then decided to use my knowledge to venture into the project management space and industry and make a positive impact there in the engineering and construction industries, driving sustainability and net zero initiatives on complex construction and engineering projects. Therefore, my passion for climate change developed as a child during my geography lessons and whilst reading books on climate change in my spare time to decipher what exactly needs to happen in order to mitigate the negative impacts of our world's changing landscape on society and agriculture for the future generations to come. And therefore, I'm delighted to be a part of Climate Cardinals, where I can help bolster climate advocacy myself. I'm joined today by Hikaru, Kennedy, and Jennifer from Climate Cardinals. Hikaru is the Deputy Executive Director, Kennedy is our Director of Partnerships, and Jennifer is the Chief Operating Officer at Climate Cardinals. I would like to invite Hikaru, Kennedy, and Jennifer to share more about their stories and work with Climate Cardinals.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anamika, for sharing your amazing story and for all your work for Climate Cardinals. My name is Hikaru Hayakawa, and I'm a Japanese and Caribbean American climate justice activist and researcher from the New York metro area. And I'm also a graduating student at Williams College, studying history and environmental studies and writing a thesis on the global indigenous rights movement. I'm also the Deputy Executive Director and Founding Partnerships Director at Climate Cardinals, like Anamika mentioned. I currently focus on setting the workflow for operations and managing fundraising. And as Founding Partnerships Director, I developed and expanded our signature translation program in partnership with Translators Without Borders and Google. I joined Climate Cardinals after graduating from high school, and now, during my last year of university, we've grown from a small initiative led by recent high school graduates to the world's largest youth-led climate advocacy organization with more than 10,000 volunteers in 80 countries. I've also been able to share about some of our work with UNDP and the Italian government and the Smithsonian, and our journey has been so incredible, in large part because of support from organizations like Spotlight and people like you. So thank you to Spotlight and the Climate Cardinals Partnerships team for organizing this workshop, and also for audience members for joining us today. I won't share too much more, so we have more time for the rest of this incredible workshop. So I'll pass it along to Kennedy.
Thanks, Hikaru. Thank you for sharing your amazing story. Hi, all. I am Kennedy Hawker. I am the Director of Partnerships at Climate Cardinals, where I oversee and manage Climate Cardinals partnership relations while acquiring new ones that expand the Climate Cardinals mission. And currently, I am a senior at University of California, Berkeley, majoring in film and media studies. It is absolutely been wonderful to combine my passion for storytelling and advocacy for this incredible organization and team and to meet new partners like Spotlight. And now I'll pass it off to Jennifer from Climate Cardinals.
thanks, Kennedy. I am the Chief Operating Officer with Climate Cardinals, and I actually just joined last month in February. And I'm the first full-time paid employee. And I was absolutely thrilled to join this organization, as I really thought it was the perfect combination of my passions for global climate action, language, and youth advocacy. And I've been pursuing climate change work since my undergraduate studies at St. Lawrence University, where I majored in environmental sociology with minors in Spanish and Caribbean Latin American studies. And I also more recently graduated in the inaugural class of Columbia University's Climate School, receiving a master's in climate and society. And I've always been most interested in the sociological aspects of climate change. So this academic track really allowed me to pursue a wide array of the ways climate intersects with society. And during my graduate studies, I had the chance to lead the Climate Justice in New York City workshop, which was really a pivotal moment in my education. And I decided to pursue climate justice and equity after this particular class. So just prior to joining Climate Cardinals, I was a research assistant at the Center for Climate Systems Research at Columbia University and NASA GISS, as well as a climate equity fellow with the USDA Northeast Climate Hub. Overall, I'm most interested in the impacts of climate change on vulnerable communities, nature-based adaptation solutions, resilience building, as well as climate justice and equity, as I mentioned. And I'm so happy to be joined by my incredible teammates here today. And I'll pass it back to Jennifer.
Awesome. Thank you. And I'm Jen again with Spotlight, and we are so excited to be joining forces with all of these amazing advocates at Climate Cardinals. So before we jump into the workshop portion, we thought we'd play an icebreaker game. So we'll play 3 rounds, and to buzz in, type buzz into the chat. If you name the band or singer correctly, you will win more sponsored giving courtesy of Spotlight to donate back to Climate Cardinals. So let's get started. It was the 1975 with the 1975. And this one is a residual give back song. So every time it is played, proceeds go to conservation efforts. So that's pretty cool, right? Okay, song number 2. Again, type buzz in the chat if you know the singer or band. All right. Yes, that is Billie Eilish with All the Good Girls Go to Hell. The song's lyrics are about climate change, God, and the devil. The song here is from the perspective of God and the devil, looking at climate change created by humans. Okay, here's our last song. Again, type buzz when you know it. And that is what we like to call a throwback. It's called The Talking Heads. It's The Talking Heads with Nothing But Flowers. And this one paints a really nice picture, a vision of a future where civilization is overrun by nature. Those songs are all about 5 minutes in length. We have them on a playlist, so you can grab those in the links in the chat. There's a lot you can do to protect the planet in just 5 minutes. So it's kind of fun to think about that in terms of a soundtrack. And now we're going to send a few dollars to each of the 3 winners to support Climate Cardinals. So just give us a few minutes to catch up, and you will get a notification when this is sent. So thank you so much for playing our ice-breaking game. Everyone who joins gets money to their account to donate to Climate Cardinals. And after we send you that $1, you can just tap the Climate Cardinals sticker on the app's homepage, tap, donate, check out the giving wallet, and confirm the donation. Thank you so much. And now, Anamika, I'll pass off to you to share more about Climate Cardinals. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Let's dive into our workshop. The intention of this meeting is to connect the dots between big issues that affect our planet. These issues, justice, environmental equity, language accessibility, and social justice, are all key to climate change. Many people in the world still cannot read or learn about climate issues or how to take action in their native languages regarding these crises. This holds everyone back from effective action, essentially. So now we're going to walk through how Climate Cardinals empower individuals through breaking down language barriers and providing climate information in each individual's native languages. Climate Cardinals was founded in 2020. Our founder, Sophia, realized that her relatives in Iran did not know much about climate change because they simply did not have access to resources in their languages. We are a youth-led nonprofit, and despite leveraging AI, we are truly a human-driven organization in order to crowdsource volunteers to translate climate change-related resources. In the first few months, our organisation recruited over 5,500 volunteers, and the student leadership team has grown to 14 directors. We now have 14,000 youth volunteers across 82 countries, and actually probably more now. We partner with other nonprofits to translate or distribute resources. If you've ever used Google Translate, you know it is an amazing tool, but it is not perfect. That is why we believe in the importance of having a human aspect to translation studies and are a people-centric organization. As you can imagine, there are mountains of resources that still require translation, and we are very excited to have you here to learn more and get involved today.
Yeah, thank you for that, and for sharing all of that. It's so crazy how much things have changed over the past several years. And just as a brief add-on to that, actually yesterday we were able to welcome I think about 8 regional presidents for every continent, which is amazing, and we're so excited to see this much growth. So now I'll share a little bit more about the issue in terms of the barrier for climate information for most people. Right now, the climate movement and environmental education are leaving people behind. And as Anamika mentioned, Climate Cardinals began because our founder, Sophia Kiani, when visiting family in Tehran, the capital of Iran, realized that her family members did not have the language to speak about the pollution she saw in the skies. And after this realization, she began to translate information from English into Persian, and when she returned home, she did more research and discovered that the language and accessibility of climate information was a systemic issue. According to Bakhchi et al., an article published in 2023, even though only 20% of the global population speaks English, 75% of all scientific information is only available in English. Moreover, of the 10 countries disproportionately affected by climate change, none of them are majority English speaking. The language barrier in climate science research and information is an accessibility, environmental equity, and social justice issue. And that's why we established Climate Cardinals. This video summarizes what we've talked about and our work as an organization.
Growing up, I would visit Iran. I was struck by how horrible the air pollution was. I couldn't even see the stars at night. And when I went to talk to my relatives about climate change, they didn't know anything about it. There was a lack of resources available in Farsi, which is Iran's native language. In terms of the 10 countries worst impacted by climate change, 9 of them are a majority non-English speaking. The climate movement was leaving people behind, and I decided to take action. Climate Cardinals is an international youth-led nonprofit working to make climate resources more accessible to people who don't speak English. Climate Cardinals very quickly went from being a small project to this huge, vibrant ecosystem of young people. We are made up of over 10,000 youth volunteers in 70 countries. We work by doing translations for professional organizations, and then they target communities that they know that those translations will be helpful for. We have translated over 1.5 million words of climate resources into over 100 different languages. Our mission always has been climate education first and foremost. No matter what language you speak or what country you come from, we all have the opportunity to be part of the climate solution.
All right. That was such an amazing video. So let's take a minute to do an activity together. This is a translation exercise. If you are able to translate yourself, go ahead and send the English and the translation over in the chat. But if you can take a minute and send over an affirmation in the chat, please do so. And also please include your IG handle and we'll tag you in a reel we'll create after this workshop. And if you only have the affirmation in English, that is totally fine. We will show you how we use our translator right now. Did you know that 7 out of 10 people feel lonely? Mental health is such a big issue, and the work we do at Climate Cardinals is far from separate from that. We are students, busy with school, and there's a lot going on. We see you, hear you, and most of all, we appreciate you. This is just a fun way of collecting affirmations and spreading joy, which we can all use. So if you are able to, please send an affirmation in the chat, in the translation as well. So now we'd like to discuss about ways that we can help out. So at Climate Cardinals, every single action counts, whether it is 1 minute or 30 days or whatever you have to give. That is a starting point to what is meaningful. We'd love to get you involved in our work here. There are 3 different options, but we'll also make sure to send you a full toolkit that lists quick actions and challenges you can do. If you could translate into another language, that is great. We always have resources that needed. This is how we keep our services free to partner nonprofits and schools. You could jump in and out of this role. It may take an hour here or there, and you could earn service hour credit. If you can dedicate time, we are looking for chapters leads. This is a really hero level job, someone with time and passion to organize events and lead teams. Our friends at Spotlight also have challenges to spark ways you can help out. These are just fun ways to do your part, and best yet, you could get paid for it. You could donate those funds back to Climate Cardinals to fuel our work. It's truly a win-win either way. And now I'll pass it back to Anamika.
Thank you, Kennedy. You will now have a toolkit in your email inbox, and the link is here too. It covers what we have just went over, so you have the information available at any time. It also provides more action ideas and ways you can take the profile you created at Spotlight and turn it into an impactful nano-nonprofit. It's a great way to keep up with the great work you guys are doing for the planet and always stay connected to us to keep fighting climate change. We are here to answer anything about translation, global issues, advocacy, anything at all, to be honest. So we've got 5 minutes, so let's see how many we can do quickly together. We are going to have all the links in the chat ready to go. I can assure you that this is going to be fun, and our time will start now. So first and foremost, we would like you to pick a friend or a parent and share the Spotlight link to have them join it too. You can send them $1 or maybe ask your parent to fund you with some cash. Secondly, we'd like you to next subscribe to Climate Cardinals newsletter. The link is here in the chat. Thirdly, we next have a social story on Instagram. We would really love for you to share that story, but before you share, add the link sticker and copy this URL in there to share our campaign. Next, let's make sure we are ready to vote. This is a big year for climate in general, and on our homepage, you can click this sticker. It will walk you through the steps on how to do this. So that concludes our workshop today. Thank you all so much again for coming. Please keep up your good work and complete the toolkit actions that we've assigned. Reach out to us whenever and always stay connected whenever possible. Thank you so much to Spotlight for helping to make this happen. We could not have done this without them today. And all to my fellow co-hosts, thank you so much for co-hosting with myself and Spotlight. Here, honestly, I feel that my co-hosts really inspire you all as much as they inspire myself in the realm of climate advocacy. And I think that wraps us up for today. So thank you, everyone.